Hi everyone, this is Sybil. Welcome to my channel. As it would be, of course, when I started to create this video sharing with you how to make these shaker ornaments that I shared in a hop, a big truck came by and worked right here by my window for several minutes. So I had to stop the video and I was almost done with the shaker process. So I'm going to start over. I do have some wet glue on this layer, and so I need to jump in this really quick before that dries. Of course I can add some more, but really quick before I start, I want to thank you guys for replying to my question that I asked a few videos back. I said it's been requested that I share how I created these shaker ornaments that I shared in a hot video, and I had 3 main replies for color choices. A lot of you wanted pink, a lot of you wanted blue and silver. There's the blue and silver. Or traditional. Here's their traditional right there. And then here's the pink. And so I realized some of you that mentioned these colors might not have seen the hot video where I shared those shakers. So I sent you over there, and then I thought, what color could I create? And then Nettie, who is Mama Son, I think that's how she pronounces her YouTube channel name. Hi Nettie, she requested something that stood out in my mind. She said black, red with white sequins, and I thought black, so I cut out the lamppost die, and here it is. It's from Memory Box. It's called Holiday Lamppost Frame. So I just used the circle, not the outside frame. And I put that on some black. I just, laid it on there. And I was like, I'm not really too much into the black for a Christmas ornament. So I kept thinking, and I realized buffalo plaid would be awesome. I could put that in the background like that of my shaker ornament. And there's the black and the red. And of course I can use white sequins. So these are little star confetti and micro beads in transparent from Martha Stewart. So that's what I'm going to use. And I've already, and this is kind of wet because like I said, I was doing it already, so I peeled it off gently. So here is the red glitter paper ornament, and it's already on the acetate, and like I said, there is glue on it. So really quick, again, before this all dries. But you know what, as long as I share with you the steps, if it doesn't work out perfect, that's okay, because you'll understand the steps at least. I did use some really good glitter paper, and the reason I'm sharing that with you, this is from Simon Says Stamp, and there are other companies that have made die cutting quality glitter paper, so you don't have to fiddle with it to get it out of your die. And then also for the acetate, you don't have to use these exact products, the name brands, but you do want to get a stronger acetate. So this is heat resistant acetate from hot off the press, and I know it's more expensive, but for these ornaments you really want a stronger dye rather than a stronger acetate rather than like the packaging off of the little plastic, the real flimsy acetate they use on some of the packaging. You don't want to use that. You want it to be strong because it's got to stand up under the sequins and the weight of the ornament. And then speaking of which, all of these layers here, I cut the dies using the Nina 110-pound smooth solar white paper. Now again, you don't have to use that type of paper, but what you do want to use is around 100 to 120 pound weight paper. If it's too flimsy, you're going to have to do a whole lot more than just 6 layers. You're going to have to do a whole lot more because again, you want it to stand up under the weight. So here are two of them that I've cut. This one, I glued two on that previous video. So you cut out, I cut out 6 layers, you know, die cutting. And then what I do is I glue 2 together at a time. And you're gonna need a fine tip applicator like this. You don't have to use this particular type of glue that I'm using, but you do want a fine tip glue applicator. And so real quick, what I do is I glue 2 layers at a time, and then I use acrylic blocks. You could use a book, whatever you have, and then I set that on there and I let those 2 layers dry completely. So while those are drying, I move on and I glue 2 more layers. And then I do the process again, and then 2 more layers. And then I glue all the 3 layers, which are 6 individual pieces. I glue them all together and I let them dry. So I hope that makes sense. And so now we come to this. So there's our 6 layers. And for this, you do want a fine tip applicator, because for this die especially, you've got to go over all these little itty bitty pieces, little branches, little tiny places like that. And so what I do is I just take my finger, because you don't want it globby, and I gently just go over it so there's enough glue to adhere, but not enough glue that it's going to spill out and show through on the acetate. So I'm going to re-glue this because it has been kind of drying. Now when you're working with the acetate, you want to make sure, I'm just going to go like this, just again to make sure, hope I'm on camera, that it's not gloppy. So when you're using the acetate, now I've got glue on my hand, so I gotta wipe that off really good. You don't want to be wearing lotion. You don't want glue on your fingers. You don't want any of that. Otherwise it's going to show up on your acetate. And like I said, I already did this off, you know, did the gluing and had to peel it off because of that truck that came by. So you do want to glue this because it's got all those little fiddly pieces. You do want to glue that, all of that, because you don't want to just do the outer rim and then set it on the acetate. Otherwise the shaker bits will go in front of, hope I'm on camera. Maybe I should zoom in a little bit. Oops. Okay, there we go. And I'm kind of doing a little off center, so it looks like there's some snow. Okay, so there's that. And what I want to do, gotta make sure everything is lined up. There we go. And what you want to do then is put your blocks on it or a book, whatever you have, and let it dry before you add your shaker bits. Otherwise, you're going to have a ton of shaker bits stuck to the edges and all the little branches. So you really want to make sure that is dry. And so for the sake of camera time, I'm going to pick up this one and show you that, you know, they have those little embossing buddies and you can go around the edges. If you do that with the acetate, it will actually leave little scratches and a white powder all over the acetate. And that's fine for, you know, like a regular shaker card, not the scratches, but you can wipe that off. But with an ornament that you want to, you know, have it set out and be seen, you don't want that to happen. So just let it dry completely and then fill it and then put that on. And really, really quick, I wanted to show you, if you don't have an intricate die like this, no worries, you can still create a shaker ornament. You can use a circle punch or just a regular circle die, and that's what I did. I used these dies from Simon Says Stamp. It doesn't have to be those dies, whatever circle dies you have. And what I did for this one, because otherwise if I used the circle die, I would have a complete circle. I glued 2 dies together to create this little frame. Okay, and then you would glue all those layers together and then peel off this film. You put your acetate layer on, you turn it over after it's, you know, all dried. You put your shaker bits in and you put your solid on the back like that. Okay, so now, just for the sake of time, I don't want to keep you here for such a long time, we're going to go ahead, and I'm not sure that I would not, you know, regularly start filling this with shaker bits, but for the sake of time, I'm going to do that. I can see that some of the glue is not dry, but we've got to move onward and upward so you can see how I did the things on the back. I've got a little thing there. There we go. Let me cap that up. Okay, so I'm going to, I love the micro beads, so I'm going to just add a whole bunch of micro beads. I hope you guys can see this. Should I zoom in a little bit more? I'm afraid if I zoom in, I get it too close and then it's like crazy on your eyes, and I don't want that. Okay, so there those are, and then we're going to add a whole bunch of these white star, I'm not going to say sequins, there's no hole in them, I'm going to call them confetti stars. Okay, I hope that's enough. All right, now I'm going to glue the back. Grab my glue here. And I'm just going to go around this. I'm keeping it down. I'm not going to dare lift it up and do this, because that would be a messy, messy mess. Now you can either glue this back piece or you can leave it open, but then your sequins kind of, you know, go hither and yon where you don't really want them. Okay, now again, I'm going to take my finger because I don't want a globby mess. Get all that glue off my hand. And we'll just put that on there. And there we go. And I'm, like I said, I'm kind of moving, you know, going a little bit fast for the sake of time. But there you go. There it is. So you see that? Woo, isn't that pretty? So, okay, now we need this to dry. I do need to get those acrylic blocks. So what I'm gonna do, I've got sequins everywhere. That's why I use a little Swiffer cloth here, and that really helps get it up. Okay, gotta get this glue off my hands before I move to step 2. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share with you how I do this little tab in the back. I have a couple of punches. So this is a Stampin' Up! Punch. You don't have to use that particular punch. You can even just use a circle. But because you guys wanted to see how I did this, I'm gonna share it with you. So here is the punch in that red, because I want it to be the same color. And then what I do is I fold it in half on the opposite way. So I'm just gonna fold it in half here. Sorry, I've got little glue bits on my fingers here. And I take my bone folder and I make a good crease, and then I'm going to mark it with a pencil, and I'm going to punch a little circle. So, and I'm not even sure who makes this, but it's just a little, and you can use a handheld punch if you have one of those. So, okay, so there we go. I've got my hot glue gun going, and I'm going to use this trim. It's beautiful trim. I got it from Stampin' Up, and I want to kind of figure out how big I want my little loop to be. I'm going to cut that there. And I take one end and I string it through and I leave it right there. And then am I on camera? And then I take this one and I string it through. That way when it's closed and it's glued, it will be like that, okay? So here's my hot glue all ready. And yep, I put my fingers right in it. But after you've been a crafter for quite a while, you get kind of used to getting your fingers burnt with hot glue. Let me get the glue off my fingers so I can move on. So then I just hold that there like that. I've got strings everywhere. Okay. And now that is ready to go on the back of our shaker ornament. And I want to make sure right where I want to put it. I'm pretty sure that right there is where I want it. Okay. Hold it down for a little bit. Make sure it's in place. All right, there we go. And then I just glue on my bow. And there you go. That is how you create the shaker ornaments. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it wasn't too horribly bad. It's my first one of doing, you know, like a live tutorial where all the mess ups are there for you to see, but that's okay because that's reality, right? But when you're working, just take your time, work slowly, do the layers, like I said, 2 layers at a time. Oh, and I wanted to show you, when I did this one, and I used those dies, those 2 circle dies, it left me a little circle. Where is that? Like this. So I used this die right there, laid it on the circle, and die cut it, and there's the shape, and I created this little ornament. I love it. These are so fun, you guys. I hope that you try them out. Super duper fun. They're easy. This one, you know, hands down, it's more fiddly. I'm just going to be truthful with you because of all the little bits and pieces. But you don't have to do something where you have to do all the gluing. You can do this, put all your shaker bits in there, you know, put your little string on the back. Oh, and I wanted to show you, I used a little bow and just tucked that in between the layers of the bow, the little hanger. And then I added a little snowflake and a little teeny tiny star in the center of that snowflake with the same glitter paper. Isn't it pretty? And then I just glued a snowflake on there. I cut out a bunch of extra snowflakes, and then I can decorate the back of them if I want to. But yeah, they're really, you know, for the most part, they're easy, especially if you use something like this and not with a bunch of the layers. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it made sense. Let me know if you like it or if I need to change anything as far as my explanations. There we go. Have a wonderful day, guys. God bless. Talk to you soon.